Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to talk about Vivek Ramaswamy and the new Goosebumps show and the political speech contained within the Goosebumps show, in my humble opinion. So I'm really fascinated by this concept, and I actually very much think I think this is significantly correct. Okay, so where is political speech? Where is political action? You're not going to find it in Washington, D.C. Go to Washington, D.C. You want to know what's happening there? Nothing, right? They don't have a House Speaker, right? They can't make laws. They can't move anything through, right? The wheels of political speech, the wheels of political action are ground to a halt. But you want to see real political speech and real political action? I can tell you where to find it. Los Angeles. Hollywood, baby! That's where actual political speech and actual political action occurs. Hollywood is engaged in massive political speech and massive political action every single day and has been moving the culture and very much establishing political policy and political policies and structuring our nation in the way that Hollywood wants it structured, right? And so it is my humble opinion that Vivek Ramaswamy has a huge opportunity, right? Hollywood has figured this out. They have hacked our culture, and they are dominating political speech and dominating political action. They have completely restructured the way Americans live. Completely, right? And it's been done with political speech, which has occurred first on the networks, ABC, NBC, CBS, and then moved to the streamers, Netflix, Paramount Plus. Actually, let's put them in order: Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, Hulu. I think that's it. That's the major streamers, and they pump out political speech every single day, which accomplishes political action. Literally changes the taxes our nation collects and how Americans interact politically, right? So I want to talk about the political speech in a shockingly, amazingly good show, Disney Plus's Goosebumps. Absolutely fantastic show. Really, really a powerful form of American entertainment. So one, I'm not saying Hollywood was wrong to if you can get power, right? Go, right? And Hollywood did it. They took political speech and political action for decades. Now the Republicans under Vivek Ramaswamy can get that power back by massively regulating Hollywood directly, right? And I think this is definitely the path forward to win the 2024 U.S. presidential election. All right, let's talk about the political speech in Disney Plus's Goosebumps, the political opportunities in Disney Plus's Goosebumps, right? And how Vivek Ramaswamy should use Disney Plus's Goosebumps to defeat President Biden and President Trump and tell the nation, hey, there's a new game in town, right? If you actually want a progressive option, if you want to help tear down the Ward Cleaver wall rather than making it a Ward Cleaver bulwark, this is the way to do it, right? Okay, so if you're a progressive, Vivek Ramaswamy is your pick. If you're incredibly regressive and wish to retain the Ward Cleaver wall, you vote Biden or you vote President Trump, right? That's the only reason to elect either one of them, would be if you want to make sure that a person of color is never elected again and that the Ward Cleaver wall is made into a Ward Cleaver bulwark. Right, that's your option there, right? But if you are actually for progression, you actually care about equality, you care about people of color, you care about power being shared across all people of America, you vote for Vivek Ramaswamy, right? I think you could make an argument that Nikki Haley or Tim Scott are actually progressive choices, but trust and believe, Vivek Ramaswamy is definitely the best option of those three. All right, okay, let's get into it. Goosebumps. Okay, first of all, major spoilers for Goosebumps. I'm talking like the full, these are real, for realsy spoilers. All right, let's go. Okay, Oh my gosh, Disney Plus Goosebumps is amazing. So let's first of all, we all need to understand this, right? Politics is American entertainment. There is absolutely no difference between the two. Hollywood engages in more political speech and more political action than anything that comes out of Washington D.C. We just need to call a glade a glade. That's the case, right? All right. So with that said, also, what does America do, right? America produces profit, huge profit, okay? And it does it through entertainment, right? Goosebumps is incredibly successful American intellectual property. I think it's a multi-billion-dollar IP, right? It's absolutely in the hundreds of millions. I think it's in the low billions. I think it's probably made about 3 to 5 billion in the entirety of its 30, 40-year existence, right? And so I think it's a multi-billion-dollar intellectual property. But what's incredible is what you've seen before, those cute little books you saw, and that, and the amazing Jack Black film, that ain't nothing compared to what this has been reforged as. It's incredible, right? The new Disney Plus Goosebumps is better than anything they've ever made previously. You're like, oh, Scott, I don't think so. Listen close. Right, here we go. All right, so episode 4. There's a high school student. His name is Lucas. His mother's name is Nora, right? And his father is dead, right? His dead father. Of course, it's a Disney show. Of course, one of his parents are dead, right? Right. So Lucas's dad died as an Evel Knievel stuntman. Actually, not a stuntman, but like an Evel Knievel, like a stunt performer, right? And he died on the Booms of Doom, right? And the Booms of Doom are this network of cliffs and trails that are on the edge of the town, the Goosebumps, setting town, right? And Lucas is always like doing all kinds of crazy stunts, right? And they actually build up this character through all the way up through episode 4, right? And there's lots of characters. This show is incredibly well structured, and I'm just telling you a little bit of it, but I'm telling you the best of it, okay? And so he is, it's really astounding just what is accomplished in this show. So Lucas is this kid who's trying to live up to the legend of his father, and his father was an Evel Knievel stunt performer, okay? He was a daredevil. That's the correct word. He was a daredevil, right? And he died doing a daredevil stunt, right, on the Booms of Doom. So Lucas gets involved in Goosebumps shenanigans and eats some worms, okay? And the worms get into his body, and they make him super bendy, and they make it so that he can't be harmed, which is incredibly helpful for a daredeviler, right? So he's been trying to work himself up to do the Booms of Doom, which killed his dad. His dad died trying to do the Booms of Doom, right? So he's been working himself up to do it, but he's afraid because he's like, oh, when I do my skateboard, I'll fall off, and I broke my knee, and I chipped a tooth out, and he's like, oh, this is really hard. But when he gets this superpower from this weird Goosebumps relic, right, this artifact, the worms, they make him all bendy, and now he can't be harmed, right? So he's like, oh, great, I'm ready for the Booms of Doom. But even then, he's still afraid to do it because it literally killed his father, right? Well, his mom, Nora, he finds out that his mother is a widow, but she is having an affair with his high school guidance counselor. He finds this out, right? Who's married, right? So infidelity, divorce, right? He's upset, right? So finally, he has the anger he needs, and he has the the bendiness where he's not going to get harmed, right? So he's all set. So another one of the high school students, a girl, comes and and comes to Nora, Lucas's mother, and says, "Hey, your son has been taken over by this Goosebumps artifact. He's really upset because he found out you're cheating, with a married man and betraying his dead father and destroying a marriage. So he's super upset, and he's going to run the Booms of Doom." His mom's like, "Oh my gosh, we got to go. Let's go save my son, Lucas." So she goes, right? And I could not believe they went here with this is Disney Plus Goosebumps. You know where they went? They get there. Lucas is on his motorcycle and a dirt bike, and a motorcycle dirt bike, right? Because there are also pedal dirt bikes. This is a motorcycle dirt bike, and she's like, and he's got his helmet and his GoPro, and he's all ready to run, right? And his mom's like, listen, you can't run the Booms of Doom, and he's like, I can do it. Dad died trying to do this. He came here because he believed he could do it. I believe I can do it. I can do it. I'm going to do it. And our family is going to, and I will bring honor to him, doing something that he tried, that he knew he could do, but just failed to do. And his mother said, no, Lucas. Your dad did not come to the Booms of Doom because he knew he could. He came to the Booms of Doom because he knew he could not. He knew he could not. Did you catch that? Did you understand where the Goosebumps show went? Holy cow, right? So at this point, his mom, he actually gets off his bike and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't realize. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand the state of mind my dad was in." Right? Incredible. I could not believe they went there in a Goosebumps show. I was like, I'm all in on this Goosebumps show. It's amazing. It is so good, right? And I've only told you one of like 9 good stories they're telling in this thing, right? So get this. Incredible. Absolutely incredible, okay? So here's where it goes. Lucas then vomits out all the worms from his body, right? But then the worms form together and become a monster who is going to kill Nora, the girl high school student who helped save Lucas, and Lucas. And Lucas is like, you guys get in the car and run away from this worm monster. I'm not going to let this worm monster go back into the town. He jumps back on the bike, right, with his helmet and his GoPro, and heads down into the Booms of Doom, knowing why his dad went there, and how knowing, right? And so now he's, and now he doesn't have the superpowers of the worms. In fact, the worms are chasing him, right? But he's saying, hey, I'm going to take my body and my choice. I'm going to put myself in the ultimate risk, knowing all the dangers, with little to no protection, right? And my life, I'm going to put it at risk to complete this thing, to keep the town safe, right? I'm going to take the risk to keep the town safe, to keep this girl safe, to keep my mom safe, right? And he goes down Booms of Doom, and he's successful. But when he entered in, he knew he might not be successful. He was willing to make a choice with his body. And this is the political speech that is in my opinion, Disney Plus, Goosebumps. They are opening up an incredible question. So we've had My Body, My Choice since 1974, right? And people use that for the saddest, most terrible use you could possibly think of. But what if we could use that for something useful, right? He took incredible risk with his body and made a choice. He said, my body, my choice. I'm going to make this choice. I'm going to take this risk, right? Right now in America, we no longer allow duels, right? But with My Body, My Choice, we can make duels legal again, right? Exactly like Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, right? Bring it back. Flintlocks at dawn, baby, right? And there's this political speech and Disney Plus is saying, hey, my body, my choice, but for everyone, and for choices that are actually useful, choices that are courageous, choices that are interesting, choices that are useful, right? Let's build something with My Body and My Choice, right? That's incredible speech. That is incredible political speech, right? And if Disney Plus Goosebumps can bring us back dueling, that's political action. And that's exactly where they're going. They're saying everyone should have the right to make a choice with their body, right? And take whatever amount of risk they want, right? That's incredible. That is an incredible amount of political speech that can lead to political action, right? So the reality is, I really think Vivek Ramaswamy needs to stop talking the same stump speech. He should talk tomorrow about Goosebumps. He should celebrate it as an American IP that is doing a tremendous job in being relaunched to bring new American profit, right? And talk about how our legacy material is valuable, and how American entertainment is now the same as American steel. It's our real export. It's how America truly gets power all over the world. Truly, I believe we're getting more power through Hollywood than we are through our military-industrial complex, without a doubt. No two ways about it, right? And so, and again, I think Vivek Ramaswamy should very quickly, very directly start saying, Republicans, Hollywood had a great time, and I know you've been upset at the political speech and the political action they've taken. No worries. We're going to take Hollywood and turn it inside out. We're going to wring them out like a dish towel. We will control them within 4 years, and you will see the political speech and the political action you want from Hollywood, because we're going to regulate them until they won't even be able to pick what color the lights on the sets are there. That's a path to victory in 2024 for the U.S. presidential candidacy. Vivek Ramaswamy and Goosebumps for the 2024 U.S. presidential election win. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.